They seem to be happy. I started becoming more interested, more aware of where my food came from. And the more I learned about it, the more shocked I was. And so I decided that I could, you know, I've got this property, you know, why don't I try raising some of my own food? Primarily, we pasture raise poultry. That's like that's the centerpiece to our farming operation. We pasture raise them in mobile pens. They get moved every day. We also have a layer flock of 200 birds that we move at least once a week. We raise pork. We have pigs that are running around in the forest. We have ducks, geese that we're raising, and we have lambs that we rotationally graze also.
Turkeys.
And turkeys. We also have turkeys. And anything else? Livestock guard dogs.
Livestock guard dogs.
So if a chicken gets out, she just sort of patiently keeps her eye on the chicken. And then when she gets close enough, she'll put her paw on it, or she'll catch it in her mouth. And she holds it in her mouth without hurting it. She knows that this is her job, is helping me herd chickens. Right, Dust? I think we've only had 1 or 2 aerial predator attacks. So there's one in particular. It's very large. It's the white one out there with the red head and the big tail feathers. That's my favorite rooster, because when there's a hawk or a bald eagle flying overhead, everybody goes inside, and then he's patrolling the perimeter of the coop, walking around. Owls usually, they take the head and they leave the rest of the body. It's very strange. As far as attachment to the animals, last year when we slaughtered the pigs, I didn't have much trouble with it. When we slaughtered the lambs, though, the lambs are just so peaceful and innocent. I had a little bit more of an issue with that. There's something that's lost by not being committed to a place. You know, I'm forced to come out here every day and spend a couple hours out in these fields. So I see the blackberries grow. I see how much the trees that I've planted grow. I see how the pasture is slowly improving. There's some joy there. It's very satisfying to sit down at a table and share a meal with friends and relatives and know intimately everything that went into that meal. There's a lot of good to it, but there's also a lot of struggle to it, and there's a lot of uncomfortable things. There's you know, eviscerating a chicken is not easy. It's kind of messy, and you know, raising livestock, you know, at any given point during a day, I probably have 3 to 4 different species of animals manure on me. But at the end of the day, when I sit down and eat a meal, I know everything that went into it, and on balance, it's worth all of it. It's a part of life that I think that I didn't realize I was missing out on before I started doing this. As far as financial risk, if all of this completely fails, I can eat everything. So that's a way of dealing with risk. you know, finding ways of bootstrapping, of making do with what you have. I think it's the same challenges on a farm as it is with anything. I think the advantage is on a farm you're allowed to be a little bit more creative. Okay, this is my 200 bird layer flock. The coop is a 20 by 20 A-frame that's built on skids that I drag around once a week. The base is built out of telephone poles that I got off of Craigslist. The layer boxes came from a hatchery in Hubbard that is going out of business. And the metal roofing is Home Depot.
I think that there's a lot of trust in our culture that where our food is coming from, and how it's produced, how it's raised, what the stuff that we're eating is eating. There's a lot of trust in that, and there's a lot of, unfortunately, ignorance as to what's really going on.
There's an upswell or a current of people who are trying to opt out of what is available out there, and so that's what our farm helps to service, is the people wanting something different. The cool thing is everybody eats, so everybody is a potential customer.
We have customers that have requested turkeys to celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yes, we honor all cultures here
Yes.
at IP.